Hi, today we are going to see about projection of solids, module 3 part 2. Already we have discussed about what are solids and what are the types of solids. We have seen some problems in engineering graphics regarding the projection of solids on prisms and pyramids. Now we are going to see about the pyramids resting on slant edges and triangular faces, as well as hexahedron, tetrahedron and cones. So we know that prisms, there are the top face and bottom face will be the same polygon, and it is joined with the help of rectangular faces. So it named based upon the top face and bottom face, the shape. It's a triangular shape, so we call it as triangular prism. It's a square prism and it's a rectangular prism. And the pentagon prism, it consists of bottom and top faces pentagon and other sirloin rectangular faces. So now we are coming to pyramids. Pyramid have one base and it is connected with the triangular faces. Okay, one base and one apex. Here this line we call it as slant edge. Okay, this is the slant edge and these are all the triangular faces. So this is the triangular faces, these are the slant edge, and based on the shape of the bottom, it is called as a rectangular pyramid, square pyramid and triangular pyramids that we know. Pentagonal pyramid, the bottom is, the base is a pentagon and it is joined with the apex through triangular faces. So now in this module what we are going to see is how the solids are, we draw the projection of solids when they are resting on its slant edge and triangular faces. And the solid of revolution already we have discussed. The plane which is revolve around the axis, it will create a solid. It may be a, now it is a triangular cross sectional plane. If you take a triangular plane and if it rotates along the axis, it will create a cone. If a rectangular plane and if you rotate along the axis, it will create a cylinder. Here it's a sphere, that is semicircle rotates. Okay, and now we know how to keep solid in the front plane and horizontal plane, how to get the views of top and front views. Okay, this is a pyramids and prism. Already we have seen in the cone, cylinder, how we will keep it, we know. And moreover here some polyhedron, there is tetrahedron, hexahedron, octahedron and dodecahedron are there. In our problems engineering graphics we are going to solve this hexahedron and tetrahedron. Hexahedron or a cube has 6 faces of equal squares. Tetrahedron has 4 triangular faces, bottom a triangle and other 3 types of triangles. Here bottom, top, side, left and right. So these are all the faces, 6 faces, front, back, all faces are squares. So it's called as cube or hexahedron. Okay, let me see now in this problems what important is pyramids resting on a slant edge or face. Earlier we have seen pyramids or prism resting on its one of its corner or one of its edges. Okay, now it's a slant edges, that is short edges. Here slant edges or face. So pyramids, mostly pyramids only it will come. And the important points what we have to do is the shape of the pyramid and the size of the pyramid. Either it may be square or pentagonal pyramid or hexagonal pyramid, and the size, the axis and the size is needed. And the initial position how we are going to draw, whether it is resting on slant edge or resting on triangular face, what we have to do. And the axis is appears to be inclined. So if axis is appear to be inclined to VP, then directly what is the angle given we are going to take. Or if it is inclined to VP, then we have to bind find beta angle, not both HP and VP, because already it is inclined to triangular face. Then we can say it's another angle, that is VP only they will mention. Now let me see a square pyramid, the resting corner position and edge position already we have seen in prior problems. There the corner position, here the pyramid is going to be resting on one of the corner, so that we are going to tilt in this corner, that is the C, it will tilt. Axis is inclination to HP in the case we will do, and resting on edge position we are keeping like this, and this CB, this side we are keeping as the resting position. We are going to tilt this front view and we can draw. This is the earlier problems we have seen. Now the problem is, take the problem number 31 here. A square pyramid 35 side of base and 60 mm axis length rest on HP on one of its slant edges. Okay, where it is rest on one of its slant edges. Draw the projection of pyramid when the axis appears to be inclined to VP at 45 degree. So take the given data here. One is first, it's a square pyramid and the sizes are 35, 60 mm height, and it is resting on HP on one of its slant edges. Okay, then axis appears to be inclined to VP. These are all the four important key points we are going to solve this. So once if you find this, then we will go for the solution, that is a square pyramid. Okay, you will know the pyramid, how it will look like in the top view, on the front view. When we are keeping, this is slant edge, when we are going to keep it in a slant edge, so this is the slant edges, these are all the slant edges, so we have to keep it in corner position. Okay, keep like corner, then you are going to tilt totally, this slant edge is going to lie down. That is what we are going to do. So how it will be do? Normally first we will draw the top view with the corner position and the front view like this. Then take this AO as a radius, keep a point here, make an arc here, so you will get this distance like that. From AC as a radius, from here make an arc, and O to C as a radius or measure the distance, and from here make an arc. You will get this distance and this distance, join the line of triangle, it's over. Then the distance between A to B, measure it, make an arc, finish it off. So this the way you can tilt it. In sketchbook you can draw like it. And once these two positions are over, then we have to go for the third position, that is what? Axis is appears to be inclined. Axis is appears to be inclined is given in, what is the angle given? 45 degree. So that 45 degree we have to make angle here with reference to the reference line, and by keeping this axis you can select OC. You take point here, mark OC and OO and OA, measure all these distances, mark it, so that from that we can select OD, we can mark here some OC, DC, this we will measure and make an arc. So by this way, copying this measurement and making an arcs, we can finish this image. Later we will go for the front view, project this, and from this view we are seeing, so this total base is visible edge, so this base is fully visible, and we are joining the views. We are, when the line crosses through the visible edge, it is dashed, remaining things are visible lines, that's all. This is the problem we can solve when it is inclined, as well as the previous problems. Only the thing is we are going to check slant edge, it is resting on slant edge, mean it, this slant edge, it is going to be rest on this slant edge, that's it. So one more problem, if you have the problem number 33 here, what is the difference? Square pyramid, size is given, and it rests on one of its slant triangular faces. So the third point you can see, it's rest on one of its triangular faces. Draw the projection of prism pyramid when the axis appears to be inclined. So appears to be is given, no problem, we can finish it, but the thing is how to make it triangular face resting on. So if the problem comes like that, we have to keep in a edge position, that is triangular face where it come. So this is the triangular faces. From the top you can see this AOD is a triangle, BOE is a triangle, COB is a triangle, and COD is the triangle. All four sides of the pyramid are triangular faces. Now we are going to lie down with this triangular faces, means this AD is going to be lie down and this total face is going to be lying down. That's all. First draw the position, initial position, by keeping edges here, and we will draw the front view. Now this AO, the same like how you did in the corner slant edge position, the same now we are going to do it, because it is the triangular face. Okay, when we are seeing from here, this is the face it is. So that face AO mark here, and then ABC. So from here A to O, AOBC, all you can make arc, and from here O to BC, what is the distance, and O to O1, what is the distance. From here if you cut the arc, then the intersection points join all things, you can get this view is getting rest on triangular face. That's all. So the top view, as you said, as you see already, we will project this, and from the top if we see this entire base is visible, so we will make this visible base, and the line joining to apex, and the line which is crosses through the visible base and the visible face are hidden. Okay, so this CBO is a triangular face. When we are seeing from here, this is the triangular face, you can see visible, and the bottom ADO is invisible and it is hidden, that we can make as a hidden line. So once if it is done, then it is very easy for shifting all the values here by keeping a line 45 degree, that is appears to be inclined. So 45 degree we are drawing a line, then keep a point O here and measure O1, measure from this, you can measure these distances, and from O cut the values here, measure OC, OD, then here we can cut the arcs, you will get this view, the same view. It should not change anything, all the measurement should be replaced here. Okay, once this is done in the sketchbook, then you can project the lines to draw the front view. So when we are seeing from this, we will get the front view that this base is fully visible base, this base is fully visible base, and the apex O is here. So join the base outer edge, already I said now, outer border, you make outer border as visible, and this is visible base. So other lines which are all joining C to O and things are hidden, since it is crossing through the visible base and visible face, triangular face, so it's a hidden, that's it. Then axis, here also the axis is there, project this, finish it off. This is the second different problem, there is a slant triangular face. Okay, and the third one is, now we come to the conclusion that how we have to keep the initial position. If the problem is giving on the resting on slant edge, then we have to draw like this, that is a corner position we have to see, and then you have to tilt it. If the problem is given that the pyramid is resting on triangular face, then we have to take edge position, and this side, this is the face, one view of that, so that should be tilted. Okay, clear? I hope you cleared in that. The third problem we will see, it's the same square pyramid, size is given, and it rests on HP on one of its slant triangular face. Okay, now draw the projection of pyramid when axis is inclined to VP at 45 degree. Okay, what is the difference here? Square pyramid 3560 resting on one of its slant triangular faces. Okay, fourth one is draw the projection of the pyramid when axis is inclined to VP, right? So here appears to be inclined is not given. Okay, axis is inclined directly given. So when it inclined, that is it is resting on its triangular face as well as it is inclined to VP. So that time we have to find the beta angle. If it is given appears to be, then you can take the directly 45 degree and we can tilt it, but here it is not given, so be clear, we have to find the beta angle over here. So first, pyramid resting on triangular face. If the problem comes, what we have to do? Yeah, we have to keep it on edge position. It's a triangular face, don't forget this, triangular face and slant edges, don't get confused, right? Now we are tilting this. As I said, we are taking this distance and measuring here, making arc, and by selecting this distance and OB distance, we will take arc from here, intersection point, join, you will get this obviously. So we get the top view also. Once if it is done, then what we have to do? So since it is inclined to both, that is a VP directly given without appears, you have to find the beta angle. We know how to make it. Okay, so first thing is the axis height. Okay, axis total height, what it is? 60. This is when it is vertically positioned. After inclined, that is after resting here, when we are seeing from the top, this axis height is different, so this is shorter distance, this axis distance O2 O1, and here O1 O dash to O1 dash, this is totally different. So this is 60 and here we will get 57.6. measure this distance. So first what we have to do, we have to draw what is the given angle, 45 degree, draw it and take the original, that is a true axis height 60 mm, make an arc with the point from here, make an arc, and then we will draw a locus. Okay, we have to draw a horizontal locus in the intersection point in the 45 degree given line, we have to draw the locus. Then we will take this distance, that is 57.6, from the same O we will cut on the locus line. Now we can keep, that is moving this and keep this, the O1 you have to place it in the new line, which is the beta angle line, what we have calculated, what we found in that. This is 57.6. 60 is the first one. Okay, 60 is the first one, we made the arc and we drawn the locus line, in that we have draw 57.6, that is the axis, new axis, you have to keep it the view here. So now the same is replicated. Now we have to draw the front view from by projecting all the lines, and you will get the visible base, as like when we are seeing from here, you will get the base is fully visible. Join the outer boundary with the visible edges and join the hidden edges when it passes through the triangular face and triangular base, square base, it is hidden. Okay, clear? I think these three are the primary methods that in examination they will give, but the shape of the pyramids may be getting changed, that's all. Here it is next is a hexagonal pyramid. The same we are going to follow, that is resting on slant edge position. How we will keep it? Slant edge is different. Earlier we got short edge is different, so don't get confused. Resting on, there they will give resting on one of the edges of the base, one of the edges of the base. This is a prior problems we have seen, but here it is given resting on slant edge. So when it gives slant edge, keep it on corner point. When it gives slant triangular face, you have to keep it on edge position. I hope you understand. So this is the triangular face and this is the slant edge, so it is going to be resting on AO. Okay, let me see the one problem again. So a hexagonal pyramid size is given. This is problem 41, and HP rest one of its slant triangular faces. Okay, I hope, can you remember what is the initial position? If it is resting on one of its slant triangular faces, and draw the projection of the pyramid when axis appears to be inclined. Okay, appears to be inclined, so directly we can take 45, right? So now this is the solution. The problem 41, first, as I said, it's a slant triangular face. So slant triangular face means I have to keep it on a edge position. So when we see this hexagon like this, hexagonal pyramid, you will get the front view like that. For this, first if you draw correctly, then remaining automatically you will do easily. So this is the initial position is very important when we are solving a problem. By observing the question, you please do it properly. Then you are going to tilt it, that is the AFO should lies down. Then this ACD, make an arc here. From OCD, from this point make an arc, you will get this corner. So this triangle, now it's over. So this distance you can mark here, you can join this. This is the view over. If it is over, remaining others nothing is there to worry. Draw the projection. From here when we see, this is base is fully visible. So hexagon is visible here like this. And join the outermost line visible, that I said already, outermost line visible. And from here if you see, this DO is visible, that is CDO is visible lines. Okay, so once this is done, then what are the remaining things below to the axis? This bottom base edge, we cannot, base edge which is resting in the reference line, so we cannot see the edge directly or the face directly, so we have to make it as on the hidden line only. Clear? If it is done, then tilt it for 45 degree. So by keeping a line 45 degree in the reference line, and copy OO1, OD, OE, OE, whatever it is, you make an arc at the all over, and from one point we can measure the distance. From the center point you can measure all, you can cut it, you will draw the hexagon. The same should be replicated here. There is no change of hidden lines and visible lines, all should be the same. After that we are going to project to find the front view, that is from here you can see this base is fully visible. Once if you get this, you have to make visible lines, and the edges outer boundary we will do, and the hidden lines we will do. Okay, I hope you can do as per the previous problems. Only the thing is how to keep the initial position. It's very important. Like what another hexagonal problem, resting on its slant edges. Okay, don't think it as edges blindly. It that is one of its edges. The first previous questions they will ask, it rests on one of its edges and the axis is inclined to HP with some axis, that is alpha angle, they will give theta angle, that is inclination to HP theta they will give. But now it's resting on totally on slant edge, and only the thing is axis is inclined to VP. So first slant edge position means you have to keep it on corner position. Slant edge, so it's a corner position you keep it, and this is the actually slant edge position. This is now the slant edge. Okay, keep it fully lie down, so you will get this. And in the top, this full base is visible, you will get a hexagon like this. Remaining edges you will draw, the boundary is visible and hidden edges. And a beta angle here you have to calculate. Why? Because axis is inclined, it appears to be is not given, axis is inclined to VP given. So what are the things we need? Yeah, this height 50, the axis, true length of the pyramid is needed, and the apparent length after inclination, what is the axis after it is lying down, what is the axis distance. So these two distance is mandatory to draw this. First, with the original true distance, you will draw an arc here in the 45 degree which is given, and you draw the locus, find this distance, make an arc in the locus, and then that is the, now it's a real value, that O1 here, tilt it and keep it on this new beta degree angle. There is a 52 now. Then draw the projection, front view you have to draw, since it is there, the base is fully visible, and outer boundary make it, remaining things joining which is passing through the base hidden. Okay, clear? Make the dimensions proper, all the things should be mentioned for getting the marks. X, VP, HP, XY and beta angle, alpha and degree, sizes, dimensions, everything. Now the same in pentagon pyramid, sometimes we can use which is the edge and which is the corner. Normally, as early what the problems we have done, the same method we can do it, no need to get confusion at all. As I said, it's a slant triangular face, so here the triangular face will come this side. Okay, clear? This is a triangular face, this is a slant edge, this line is slant edge. So when it is resting on triangular face position, you keep the edge resting on edge position, that is the triangular face is looking like this. And when we are keeping resting on slant, we can keep like this. But in problems, some problems which is solved in our primer book, that we can keep both the things same, that is rotating, tilting on which side is important. Either you can keep it this as a triangular face, you can tilt on this direction, you can keep it, no issues. It's not mandatory to keep all like this only, you can keep either sides, but rotation, that is tilting, is very important. Slant triangular face position, so now this is, you can tilt like this. If you draw like this the top view, you will get the front view like this, then you have to tilt on clockwise, that is AE position should be here, it should be rotated. Sometimes we can make it, if you draw by mistake or some intentionally also you can do it. If you draw like this triangular position, triangular face, this is here. Okay, so you can tilt this to be lying down, so there is no mark reduction, compulsory, both are correct. Okay, so here we will see a problem for getting the idea. A pentagonal pyramid, 25 mm side of base, and axis rest on HP on one of its slant edges. Okay, slant edges means how it will come, you know, slant edges position. Okay, this is the slant edge, so I am going to draw like this, and I will get the front view. This AO is a slant edge, I am going to tilt. Is it understandable? Right. Next, resting on one of its slant edge, and the axis is inclined to VP at 45 degree, so axis is inclined to VP. So now when we draw like this, we will get, as I said, resting on slant edge position, we will get the front view. Then this AO, you are going to keep it lie down, and ACD, OCD, all you can join by measuring these distances, making an arc, you will get it. So the top view, this is the top view we will get, after the pentagon is lying on slant edge. Okay, then the third position is easy, we will do it. Now another one is that is a slant edge. Okay, that's what slant edge. Earlier what we have seen, it is not appears to be, yeah, appears to be is not given in the problem 36. So what we have to do in, we have to find the beta angle. So 36 the problem. So these two we have done, and now original axis height we need, the apparent axis height, that is after inclination of the resting on HP, what is the distance we have to take, that both we have to make it here. And first keeping the original distance and making an arc at 45 degree, then you can keep this distance, make arc on the locus, you will tilt it to that line which is 50 degree. What we are getting is beta angle is 50 degree angle. In this 50 degree we are going to tilt all the things, then we have to find the front view. Okay, this is important when axis is inclined to VP like this, right? Clear with the slant edge. Now let me see how a triangular face we know if, okay, what it will be, normally we will keep like this. If it is a triangular position, we can do it. So the problem next is a pentagonal 37, a pentagonal pyramid 25 mm side and 50 mm axis length rest on HP on one of its slant triangular faces. Okay, so this is the triangular face, isn't it? In, as I said, we can draw this side also, that is you have to tilt in this direction. Otherwise what we have to do is we have to draw the initial position like this triangle, and you can tilt on right side. If you draw in the position, in this position, this is slant triangular faces. So I have drawn like this. I should not tilt in the right side, because if it is tilted here, it will be resting on edge. If I rotate it here, it will be tilting on edge. So if I rotate in this side, this is the triangular face. So in pentagon, please be careful while you are drawing which is the view you are drawing, and according to that tilt it down. Question, read carefully, slant triangular faces. If you make mistake rotating here, then totally your answer will be wrong. Okay, direction of keeping slant edge, it is a problem. So please be careful. Now in the problem solved in the solution books, what we have given in that, we will get this side. So that mentioned clearly, this CD they have taken, and from CD to O, what is the distance, you will make arc, then we will find OA and CD A. This is the distance CD to A, make an arc, O to A, make an arc, you will join, and you will get remaining things. It should be replicated here, top view. And as well as inclination angle, it's not necessary to make only this side. As I said, appears to be inclined, this appears to be inclined to VP, so directly I am taking VP here by joining a line. So this is going to, the axis is going to be rotated either 45 degree this direction or this direction. So if you make it here, the bottom will come from this location. So better we can incline this the same direction, so that the axis will be here and the bottom face come here. So this is the front view of it. I hope you have understand the problem. Next, a tetrahedron. What do you mean by tetrahedron? Tetrahedron, earlier we have seen. Okay, it have 4 triangular faces, a bottom triangular and other triangular faces of same size. That is the thing we can have. Okay, so now tetrahedron rests on one of its corner such that an edge containing the corner is inclined to HP at 50 degree and VP at 30 degree. So here clearly we have to take the given data. It's a first tetrahedron 55 mm side, so we know how to make the front and top view, right? Resting on corner, it is clearly given. It's a resting on not given in edge, it is resting on corner. So previous problem how we have solved, like that we have to go for corner position. And the edge which is containing the corner inclined to HP and VP. So it is not given appears to be inclined to VP, it is given inclined to HP and VP and degrees. So beta angle also you have to calculate. So problem number 44 here. So draw the top view by selecting the distance of tetrahedron 50 mm side. So 55, just to draw a vertical line, and from a point 55 we will make. Okay, this is the sizes, or since it is 55 in each, so we have to go with this compass and draw, join all the things, you will get a center axis. Okay, and but in this front view we cannot take 55 directly and you cannot make it. So the edge CD, now when we are seeing from here, B and C will be there. So B is visible point, C is invisible point, and this total distance, that is from the CB to A, it look like a line, straight line. When it is the BA, when I am seeing from here, this BA will be like a straight line from this distance. So when we are projecting, the bottom will come here. Okay, now what we have to do, once if you draw the bottom line, that is the baseline, from here I projected this, from here I projected this, so I come to know only this line. Remaining things should not go for directly 50 mm axis height. Okay, don't go for drawing 55 axis, it is not given axis. The side of this tetrahedron is 55. So what we have to do is, first find the axis, drawing medians. From this corner you draw here, and from this corner you draw perpendicular line to this line, and from here we have to draw CB perpendicular, that is a median. Now where all the three gets joined, that is the apex. So project this, and from here draw the axis. Once the axis is drawn from the point A, from here this is the inclined line 55. So I am making 55 with the compass and make an arc in the axis, join this line. The same, this is the apex. So once the apex is done, we can join the base edge, this is the edge, so BC edge we will join this, we will get this view as a front view. Once the front view and the top view is done, then we will go for the next position. Here what it gives is, it resting on one of its corner, and the edge containing the corner is inclined. So what is the edge which is containing the corner? This is the corner, A is the corner. So edge containing the corner is AO, edge containing the corner is AO. So here this is the AO in front view. The edge which is containing the corner is going to be inclined to HP at 50 degree. So first keep a point, just draw a line 50 degree to HP, draw a 50 degree to HP, and this distance, the 55, you have to mark it here in the 55 degree. So AO will come. Then from this point, already we know A to BC, mark here, and from this O to BC, what is the distance, measure here and mark here. So you will get, you can join, and the axis distance measure here from BC to O, what is the distance come, the same distance has to come here. Don't draw the center. Axis, whatever it is here, it should be replicated here. So once if it is done, then we will go for the top view. So when we are seeing from the top, the BCO, okay, here the edge BCO is the edge and O is here. So when we are seeing from the top, you can see what is resting, AO is resting, this slanting is down. So first boundary you make BCD OA, all boundary visible, you finish it off, and remaining points O to A, O to C, O to B are all hidden. When we are seeing from here, the point corner which is resting A is hidden. So the line joining with A, whatever it is, since it is resting behind, when we are seeing from the A is behind, so the line joining from A is also hidden. AO, AC, AB all will be hidden only. Then it is inclined to VP at 30 degree, it's given. So beta angle we have to calculate. In beta angle, what we have to do, what we have to take, okay, what is the distance we have to take it, that is the AO distance. Here don't take axis because axis is not given here. The edge containing the corner is inclined, edge containing the corner is inclined to HP and VP. So we are going to incline the edge, not the axis. Be careful here. So what is the true length of the edge here? That is here what we are seeing here in the front view when keeping this, the 55. So this 55 is needed to draw at an angle of 30 degree. First draw a 30 degree line. So this is a 30 degree to VP XY. So draw the 30 degree line, measure the 55, and from where? From A. Okay, so this AO we are going to keep, and it is tilted now. So we are giving this OA here. It is going to be rotated. So O to A, O to A. Keep your point O here. This O to A distance 55. Select and make an arc in the 30 degree inclined line. So you will get this O2. Now draw a horizontal locus line. Okay. Then measure this distance OA. This is the second position after inclination. So this distance OA. Now we from same O arc on locus line. So now this is the OA. We will get the OA hidden line. So extend this, you will get an angle 51 degree. Extend fully to the reference, you will get 51 angle. In this you have to keep this total view. So select OA from here, draw this, and remaining OC measure, OB measure, AC measure, all the things you can make arc with reference to one point, so you can join. This is the thing is done. Then we will draw the front view, where from here we are going to see. So what is the base here? CAB. Okay, CAB is the base which is hidden here, but when we are seeing here, this base we have to show as a visible, and remaining outer boundary, as I said, draw the outer boundary. This visible edge we know, remaining which is passing through the visible base, it should be hidden. That's it. You can easily finish it off. This is very important. Tetrahedron, don't get confused with the hexahedron. Tetrahedron is all four triangular faces. Hexahedron is a cube. You know how to make a cube front view, just like a square prism it will be, that's all. So hexahedron will be a square prism like you can draw at the height. Now a cone of 50 mm. Next is a 45 problem. A cone of 50 mm base and 60 mm axis length, the rest on HP on one of its generator. Draw the projection when axis is inclined to VP at 30 degree. Axis is inclined, not appears to be inclined is not given. So please take the given data. It's a cone 50 mm diameter. So radius is 25 mm. Don't take 50 mm radius and make a bigger size of diameter, that is 100. Some mistakes students may make mistake in that, even a simple mistake, it is a simple mistake only, but 50 mm diameter in the sense you have to take 25 mm radius, 60 mm axis length, and rest on its one of its generator. What is the generator? Let me see. Axis is inclined to VP. Okay. Now, so these are all called generators. Since in the pyramid we will have slant edges, so we can see lines from the top. Okay, but it's a cone, a circle and apex only you can see. But to draw this, that is a line which is generating, as already know, a triangular plane which is rotated along the axis will give a cone. So the line which is joining to the base, so this is one generator. So like this continuous generators fully of 360-degree, this slant lines will make the cone. Okay, so we call it as generators. But when we are seeing from the top, we will know we can see only a circle and an apex. So how to make the generator? Generator is simple. This 360 is divided into some equal parts, either 4 or 6 or 8. That is the thing it is needed. So here I am going to divide it into 8 equal parts. So 45-degree each. Draw a line 45 here, 90 and 45 from here. So like we can draw lines 45-degree each, that is from the baseline. So you will get thin lines, draw thin lines, you will get the generators, right? So and mention A, B, C, D on each lines where it is located. So from, because I am going to tilt it, I have start here from A and B, C, D, E, F, like this. Circular lamina problem how we have drawn, like this generator we have made. And the front view, that is now height is given, axis height of the cone is given. So draw the center point, center line from here, project this and draw the axis height. Then join AO and EO, which is visible line we have to show. Remaining generators, nothing is visible, but we have to make it as hidden line. We have to show this DF line here, this B and H will join here. So this is hidden. Once this front view is done, then you have to keep it on one of the generator, that is either DO side or AO side. Either you can rotate this direction or this direction. I am taking on AO direction. So as we did in the pyramid, this AO, it is going to be rest. And measure A to B, A to C, A to D, A to E, or here we have to mark with arcs. And from O to D, O to D dash, O to C dash, O to B dash, from here whatever it is there, make arc here. The intersection points you can join. This is the view. Once if you done, you can draw the top view by projecting the lines. Since it is a circle and it's a cone, when we are seeing, it will be looking as ellipse. Use proper curve to join. Don't use scales for joining. Use it's a curve shape properly. It has to come. Ellipse has to come. A major dia and a minor dia will come. Then draw the axis. Join this. This is the view now. That's all. After this, we can conclude with this. Just like the same beta angle to be calculated. Okay. So you can tilt it. You can get the view of a front view. So I hope all the problems we have solved. Major problems how the examinations in examination they will ask. Okay, please practice more number of problems. And okay, thank you very much. This is Vijay from Sri Sai Ram College of Engineering.